This is an urgent warning of the Coldplay music video Hymn for the Weekend, which features Beyonce. These two artists, along with Rihanna, will be performing at halftime this Super Bowl, and this video makes it clear the type of demonic spirits they will be invoking and worshiping during the world's most watched ceremony. The video's name, Hymn for the Weekend, plainly tells us what this ritual is about: worship, a hymn, a song of praise. The setting is the Hindu religious festival called Holi, also known as the Festival of Love or the Festival of Color, where seas of people gather and throw colored chalk on themselves in this ancient Hindu practice. In this video, Coldplay plays the part of the worship team for this ritual. And we need to understand that's what a lot of these artists and musicians are. They are worship leaders unto devils, unto demons, diverting energy and praise deceptively onto the Antichrist spirit. Now, I know a lot of detractors are going to say this is Hinduism, this is not demonic, but God's word warns us in 1 Corinthians 10:20, the things with the Gentiles sacrifice, these sacrifice to devils and not to God, and warns us not to have fellowship with these devils. And then what do we see in these opening scenes? The burning of incense, the ringing of bells, classic forms of pagan worship, and then the invocation of Shiva, the god of destruction. We're seeing a lot of that in popular media and in our society these days. Shiva is the god of destruction, synonymous with Satan. And of course, in this music video, we see the common Illuminati symbols that we see from all the music artists around the world. Beyonce throwing up the Mark of the Beast hand sign several times throughout the video. The lead singer of the Coldplay band is inside of a cab that has the all-seeing eye and the Mark of the Beast hand signs there. And once again, people are going to say this is a part of the Hinduism religion. And what I will say to you is, let's make the connection. The reason why these symbols are in Hinduism, are in other Eastern religions, and are also in Catholicism, and are also in music videos and things around the world, is because it all comes from the same deception. It all comes from the father of lies. The reason why the Illuminati, the Catholic Church, the Hindus, the Buddhists, the New Agers, all these people have the same symbols is because they are all deceived by the same entity, Satan, the devil, that old serpent who deceived Eve in the garden, and he is deceiving the world now and preparing the world for Antichrist. There are countless videos on the Illuminati that only scratch the surface of what is really going on. If the focus is on secret societies and satanic cults, understand that these people aren't pulling the strings of the world. They didn't put these symbols of the all-seeing eye and hand signs in Hinduism. It is the deceiver, the devil, the father of lies, the spirit of disobedience that is working in the children of wrath, the spirit of Antichrist that is consuming this entire world and preparing for the man of sin. These secret societies and satanic cults are just puppets and pawns of their false god, Lucifer the light bearer. That is why people who don't understand spiritual things are incredulous about a secret society called the Illuminati putting an eyeball on cartoons to take over the world. That is not at all what is going on. It is the spirit of Antichrist working in the children of disobedience. That is why these symbols that represent Satan and are diverting worship towards him are completely saturating our society right now. When you think of the Illuminati, don't think of all powerful rulers of this world pulling the strings of governments and media and all these things. Think of a deceived group of people who are being directed by a master who is having them dig their own graves. These people are not to be envied. They are to be pitied. Brothers and sisters, those with eyes to see and ears to hear, we must understand why cartoons and movies and television and the medias of this world are promoting these symbols and subliminally and overtly promoting things of Antichrist. It's because they are preparing for that spirit that is to come into the world. Now we're going to look at this song and say it is a hymn of praise. What are they praising? They are praising delusion. They are praising being high and being drunk. That is most of what the song is about. Being high, being drunk, and flying in the sky and all of these things. The Bible warns us that our enemy is a lion. The devil is roaming about seeking whom he may devour. So God tells us to be sober, be vigilant, for this adversary that is against us is trying to destroy us. These bands that are worshiping to these false gods are telling you to get high and drunk. Why are they doing that? So that you do not have a sound mind, that when deceptions come, you are not vigilant and saying, no, this is not of God, this is not of the truth, but you are dulled and you are numb. The world wants drugs and alcohol because they do not understand the realities of Jesus Christ, the risen Lord, and the commission that He has given them. They think that this life is just happenstance, that it is just chance, and so they have no hope. But our blessed hope is that Jesus Christ is coming again in the clouds, that He will set this world right, that there is a righteous judge over this earth, and He will rule and reign in glory forevermore. Saints of God, understand what is happening. Understand what is going on. I have other videos exposing this deception. I will leave them linked up in the description below. And at the end of this video, I'm going to leave a link to another video on the Super Bowl. These two artists are going to be playing at the Super Bowl, the largest ceremony in all of the world. It has been going on with Madonna, with Beyonce, with Katy Perry. All of them are invoking demonic spirits and preparing the world for Antichrist. And people are dancing and singing along to it. So at the end of this video, you can click on the video to see the warning about the Super Bowl rituals that have been going on. And in the description below, there will also be a link to that. I believe that it is one of the great deceptions of Western culture in these last days. So God bless you all, and be well in the Lord.
And I looked at the fact, I found out later after Super Bowl 47 with Beyonce about the stars, but I actually regressed back to the Super Bowl with Madonna, and I saw the same alignment over it. So I kind of realized what was happening, that the ritual is actually in conjunction with the star pattern that was the Silver Gate. I think it's really key to understand, if the Silver Gate wasn't there, it would just be another constellation. It really wouldn't have any credence. But the credence comes from the fact that the ancient people revered the Silver Gate as the exit to heaven. How to get I don't want to say fallen angels per se, but gods, or that's what they called them. They said the gods would exit the Silver Gate.